they had to bring somebody else in. Excuse me. Now, was it necessary to turn him into a mutant? Well, I guess to kind of work it into the storyline that, the Turtles wouldn't be alone in having to work through these new mutations and stuff. But, again, take it for what it is. Now, of course, we did get a new villain in Lord Dreg. And I have to say that he was a pretty sinister, manipulative villain. I do. And I actually liked him. I actually liked the character. Here's why. Now, even though it took some elements from, like, say, X-Men and Spider-Man and whatever kind of show that was similar in some ways with story, Lord Dreg manipulating the people into believing that the Turtles were the enemies, kind of taking up where Byrne left off in Season 8. But at the same time, while he's manipulating them into thinking this, it's hiding his true intentions. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, some might say that between the first episode and the second episode, there was a continuity issue. I don't think that's entirely true. I believe in Season 2, it's not Season 2, but in the second episode, Drake kind of pulled a manipulative apology, saying, what I can remember, and maybe I got to go rewatch it, is he manipulated other people with an apology, saying he didn't mean to do this, he's actually on their side, blah, 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 whatever. So, long story short, the season deals with the fact that the Turtles not only have to try to reveal the truth about Dreg and who he really is and what his true intentions are, but they also got to deal with the mutations as well as the new allies' mutations. What's funny about this is they didn't take advantage of it with Splinter. Now I'm assuming that's because Splinter was once human in this version, and they didn't want to go down that path with Splinter, seeing as though he's supposed to be the wise sensei and teacher, and he's more in control of his actions. So, yeah, that's pretty much one. There was a possibility there, but I'm assuming they wanted someone to try to help clear the Turtles and all that. Clear their minds, kind of help them calm down, if you will. Now, as far as April goes in this season, I kind of like the fact that she was more freelance. I really do. I like the fact that she was more of a freelance reporter than anything else, because pretty much, in a sense, even though in the Archie comics she was still with Channel 6, she was more freelance with that in that version than she was anything else. But, like I said, April here being a freelance reporter, I liked. And yes, just like the Turtles, kind of got a little bit of a redesign kind of meshing the original animated styles with the new darker style that they had, long bandana style that they got in Season 8. April herself finally got a redesign in this as well. She didn't have the kind of like the hair, she still had hair that was down like this, but it wasn't poofy in a sense, it was kind of just like straight. So I did like that. I like the fact that they made her a freelance reporter. So basically, she can work for anybody. She can make money by giving the story to anybody that's going to believe her, or even give her a chance. And finally, she did get a chance with the Channel 8 station at the end of the season. Now, true, we never really got an explanation as to why she quit Channel 6, but I'm assuming she wasn't alone in quitting. I would assume, storyline-wise and continuity-wise, Irma and Vern finally had enough with Byrne's propaganda and just said adios. So I would assume that. Maybe more Irma than Vern, but you kind of get the idea. Now, some might say season 9 was a bit of a hiccup for them in these Red Sky seasons, mostly because you had a lot of writers on it, and David Wise was kind of in between with it. But when we got to season 10, this is when the cleanup, as many people would put it, actually happened. Now, David Wise did leave the series because, ironically, like I said, at that time when season 10 came out, he was working on Mighty Ducks, the animated series, for Disney. But as far as season 10 goes, I thought it was okay too. I thought it was really good. Now, I did see season 10, believe it or not, because I lived in Oskaloosa, Kansas, and yeah, my CBS affiliate, which was WIBW Channel 13, did not change worth anything, did not change affiliates or anything like that. But I did see the season. Now, I didn't see all of it at times because, ironically, that year in 1996, I was in my junior year of high school, and I had just started my first year of football. So I was kind of tired after being on sidelines, if not at times getting involved in the games the night before. And sometimes I would be tired for the fact that we were traveling a bunch of miles for away games just to play them. But the point is, when I had the opportunity, I got up and I did watch the season. And I thought it was okay. I thought it was good. I liked the fact that they brought Shredder and Krang back. I liked the fact that they finally they finally found a resolution to the mutations that the Turtles and Carter were going through. I liked the fact that April, and I agree with Rowdy on this one, was more active in an action-oriented way than she ever was. She was no longer this was the freaking season, along with season 8, along with the previous 2 seasons, that these final seasons, and this one in particular, season 10, was where she was more involved with the action than just being a damsel in distress. Like, to quote Rowdy, I think she was just fed up with always being the damsel, always being put in danger. She got more involved, so I liked that. I really did. Now, what I like about the 10th season is it did do something that had not been done in the Turtles for a while. Now, to correct Rowdy on something, the Turtles are not new. The Turtles at the time, the series at the time was not new to multi-part miniseries. Let's get that straight. The European episodes were sort of a miniseries in their own right. The finale for season 3, which was the big break-in, I think it was season 3 or 2, I'm not really sure, but the big break-in, the big blowout, the big something, I can't remember the episodes, but they all had big in the name. That was a 3-part miniseries finale to that season. So there was nothing new to do in a multi-part episodes or story in the series. Now, it was kind of new to do it almost right off the bat in the middle of the series, or in the middle of the season, but it was nothing new at all to the Ninja Turtles cartoon series at that time. It was just the first time it had been done during the CBS run. Now, like I said, I did like that concept, the idea of going there. I like the fact that when Dreg basically so desperate to not only conquer the world and everything, but to also defeat the Turtles, that he's so desperate that he brings Shredder and Krang back from almost extinction or oblivion, whatever you want to call it. Brings them back, siphons energy from Krang to basically now he could read Krang's thoughts, because you'd have a little Krang popping out of his head telling him, hey, don't trust him, that's not true, blah, blah, blah. So I did like all of that. I like that little concept there. The ending was kind of cool as well because basically, like I said, you have Dreg so desperate now to destroy the turtles because they're always interfering in his plans that he basically manipulates 3 bounty hunters, a female bounty hunter and 2 male ones, and these all had different abilities. One, the female being a shapeshifter and stuff like that, and the other being some kind of robot, the other being a rock creature or something. They all had these different abilities. Basically, Dreg uses these guys, he uses them to basically absorb them into his body, courtesy of a suit that he has. Showing you how desperate he is to get rid of the turtles. He's willing to use and lie and trick other villains like himself to basically use them and their powers to try to defeat the turtles. And I like that concept. And I like the fact that they brought back Krang's suit for this episode just so it could be some kind of an equalizer for the turtles to have to defeat Dreg with and get rid of him. So overall, the Red Sky season, in my opinion, I thought were okay. And like I said, I might be in the minority, I might be in the majority of people that like them. But I didn't think these seasons were that bad. I mean, true, they did have some issues. Like I said, the episode State of Shock could have been done without. As a matter of fact, it's one of the episodes that I believe fans will actually skip over when they watch Season 8 and basically toss it into discontinuity, just like Star Trek fans do, I think, of Voyager, do with that one episode, like I mentioned earlier, where you have the captain and her, I think, second or third in command being turned into salamanders and having children at the end. Go figure. But overall, with a few hiccups here and there, I thought it was okay. I really did. I mean, I really did wish they would bring honestly, I had nothing against Carter, but I was really hoping they were going to bring Ninjara in. As a matter of fact, tell you guys a little trivia, when I saw the new opening, which could have told you exactly what direction they were going in, story and style-wise with the series, when I saw the new opening, I thought one of the scenes when Raphael's pushing down Donatello and, Michelangelo, or I think, it's not, well, basically, no, it's Leonardo and Michelangelo behind the couch to avoid getting shot at by the Rat King. I thought that one clip, honestly, in my opinion, I thought one of them was Ninjara and the other was just another one of the turtles. That's how much I think, in a sense, myself and anybody else was hoping she would show up. Now, a little bit of trivia, though. She was supposed to be in a Ninja Turtles spin-off series, Mighty Mutant Animals, which not only was which, as everybody probably knows, did have a spin-off comic book series by Archie Comics, but was also supposed to have a spin-off animated series, I think, going to be airing on CBS as well, but never came to be. So, that's that. But overall, like I said, looking back on it, I have nothing really against the Red Sky seasons whatsoever. I really don't. As a matter of fact, I think they were pretty good. I can understand where they were going with. I can understand, and I can also understand and respect David Wise not really wanting to talk about it much, because basically it wasn't staying true to what he had originally come up with. So, overall though, I thought it was good. I thought it was alright. They did the best they could. Like I said, there were a few hiccups here and there. State of Shock being one of those episodes that with any series was a WTF episode that you basically could skip over and, throw into discontinuity. But overall, I thought it was good. And really, that's all I could say. And that's my response to Rowdy C's review of the Red Sky season. And let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll talk to y'all later.